hips. Hand on your leg. We finna get to some things. We finna get to. So that is the thought that came to mind, and I was like, I'm here for it, Lord. I am here for it. Okay. How's it going? I made progress. Let me show you. You want to see it? Here you go. I drew a picture. After AI was failing me, I was telling them I want to give like we need a superhero in the beauty industry type thing in Garden Town, okay? Did the author photo, you want to see my photo? How I thought of the cover to go is just do the front cover, a picture of Bailey, you know, who's the main character, and then on the back, we're just gonna give it a, it just came to me, so if I say it out loud, I'll remember it. So it just came to me when I closed my eyes, because at first I was like, I want to give like a garden, not a garden feel, but like a, like, you know how like you have the garlands of like the leaves, like the leaf garlands. What do you call those? I don't know what it's called, but like I got it hanging right here on my wall. So I don't know what you call it, where the leaves is like, just like how people decorate. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. So I kind of got it like in this picture here. At the top, you see that type of a thing. And so in my head, it's crazy that I'm showing you this, because in my head, when I closed my eyes just now, this came up and was like, let it be the back of the book. Because at first I was just going to do something like this with the leaves, you know. But then this came to mind. So I think I'm going to do this. This little shot right here is also an activity page for the book. So it's called Mirror Talk. So I will go ahead and do that for the back. But let me show you my author page, because my camera talking about something is finna die. So yeah, I got a Mirror Talk activity. I have one word search. I was gonna do a few, but I'm like, no, I could make a separate activity page if that's what, a separate activity book if that's what we want to do, full of word searches, connected, whatever it is, we can do that. But I was about to publish this book, forgetting that sometime in 2024 or early 2025, I made this hair recipe card. I made 2 of them. And I knew it was, at first, I don't know what it was going to be for when I first made it. And then when I got serious about illustrating the book, I was like, oh, that would be cool, because, you know, she's transforming two people's hairs. So you already got 2 hair recipe cards, one for a boy, one for a male, one for a female, or not even for a gender specific, because, you know. So I had created that like over a year ago, not knowing what I was doing it for. And so I just kept saying when I was illustrating the book, don't forget to include those recipe cards that you've made. I told you I uploaded the manuscript already. We just gotta work on uploading the cover, which I'm working on. I'm not going to bed till it's done. Do you hear me? Remember the hair recipe cards, y'all. They right here. 1 and 2. So praise the Lord for that. Now let me show you this so I can show you the cover. I took this picture on the pink wall with my mannequin. I love posing with my mannequins, especially when the hair is like in something. Now all of their braids, it's time for it to come out. But I was like, you know what, since I ain't take the braids out yet, let me just, come on. Here's my author page. Look at the picture. Girl. So it was one picture and I liked it, but I wasn't looking at the camera, and it was giving like, yes, honey, she's an authoress for the children's. It was giving that, but I think I'm gonna take something like that, more professional, so that they can get my angles. You know what I'm saying? Cause I need that double chin. Sometimes it get in the way. But that's my authoress page. Simple, cute, to the point. And so when I tell you, I have been struggling with the KSK, struggling with a cover idea. I told you chat had been failing me. And so I had to pray for a couple of things pertaining to where I'm feeling, what I've been feeling today. I just been feeling like, today, I emotionally, there are stages that women go through. I had to check my cycle app, my period app, and I was like, is it almost time? Because these thoughts I'm having, it's making me want to distance myself from everybody, every adult that is not my mama or my sisters. And I had to ask myself, why is that? That's why I was then, like, some of them birthday texts from yesterday, some of them birthday communications could have stayed unsent, because I was feeling some type of way today. Like, girl, what is going on with you? Like, I had to pray to, like, let that go. I do not want no strife with nobody. I'm not in that. I'm not there. I'm really not there. I'm really not thinking about what nobody else got going on, like, outside my household. Like, I'm really not. I couldn't understand. I had to pray and let that go. And so when I did that, I sat back at the desk and this idea came to mind like this. And I did pray, and I was like, I need instructions for this cover, because ain't nothing coming through. So when I sat back, did that prayer right here, and I went back and sat at that desk, and next thing you know, I had this idea, and I just saw it in my mind, and I was like, oh, now we talking, God, come on. Now you talk, come on here. Now I can do that. And so I drew it. Ooh, you can't even see, it's so light. This will be Bailey. I drew for wings, her hair. This is the title, and I circled the title because the title is kind of giving cowgirl. So if you think of, like, it's called The Braided Rescue, Bailey and the Braided Rescue. And so think of taking a strand of hair and going like this, like how you would normally do at a rodeo for a cow, like with the rope. The rope is made of like a twisted, it's in a twist. But this, I don't know what you call those things, is a braid. So I wrap the title around the braid. And so she's standing like this. I know I got a brush in here, but I don't know if I got a comb. So let's just pretend that this is a brush and a comb. So she's standing like this. Okay, hand on your hips, hand on your hips. Hand on your leg. We've been get to some things, we've been get to. So that is the thought that came to mind, and I was like, I'm here for it, Lord. I am here for it, okay? So I'm looking forward to that, and let me just show you so that I can get back to it. Please, I want to be in bed by 10:30 at the latest, baby. I didn't even eat dinner tonight's dinner is Chili's because my grocery order came a little late because I took my picture during my lunch break. Okay, I snapped like about 6 to 7 photos. Put that dress on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, thank God for working from home because I said when you go on lunch break, you better get some pictures. And I did just that. I signed out, clocked out for lunch, threw that dress on, took some pictures, and my kids was out of school today for staff development. So I went, chilled with my kids, and came back up after lunchtime and uploaded that picture. It's like, okay, which one I'm gonna do? So I just told you my idea for the cover, for the front cover. The back cover, I showed y'all what it's gonna be more than likely. That's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna call it a what? A DAY. Because yes, why not? And even if it's not that mirror situation, it'll be like probably just like the leaf garland or something, like the leaves or whatever. So to give it that garden feel, maybe do some leaves and throw some hair bows on the leaves. I don't know. But this is what I got so far from that picture that I just showed y'all that was very, very light. We are 6 days away from this event, and I do not have a printed copy of this book, and I'm just praying for calmness of my mind, honey, okay, at this point. But anyways, I will keep you updated more than likely in the morning so that I can, you know what I'm saying? So when this cover is done, I should be able to upload the cover into KDP and let them work out the kinks so that they can let me know what I need to fix. If there's anything to fix, if there's nothing to fix, they should be able to say, you know, give it some time to go live. I don't know what they're going to say, but we're going to see, and I'll be able to order a sample. We'll see whichever one to come fast. If I got to have the sample, we'll do the sample, but whatever it is, we're going to get it ordered. I'm just leaning on God for this. I'm just literally taking a leap of faith. And if he wants this canceled, it shall be. I also got to order my party cake. I talked to my sister today because she wanted to get food for the birthday book release. And with that, y'all, if I'm honest, I invited, I won't say too many folks, but I thought of people who I've done their hair in the past all the way to now. And so, I mean, I was doing family and friends hair, charging like as low as $20 type stuff, like since I was in 7th, 8th grade type stuff. And I was like, let me invite, you know, my family, my friends, and it's mainly been my inner circle who has RSVP, my mom, my dad, my sisters, my friends, my 2 friends, and, you know, my cousin type stuff. So my mother-in-law and other people, I'm just like, do I send them a reminder or like do I resend it? Like, when do I resend it? Do I even worry about that? Because it's not about who shows up. It's about me taking a leap of faith, because even if it's just end up being my husband and my kids there, I'm gonna ask my husband, hey, can you keep an eye on the kids? And in that decorated room, I'm gonna get some content. I'm gonna talk. I don't care if it's to myself. And so I have to think about it like that. I do not want my treasures to be here on this earth. I want my treasure to be stored up in heaven. And I mean that. Like, I know how far I've been on this journey, and I owe every ounce of it, every inch, every centimeter, every millicentimeter, every second, every tear, every doubt, every fear. I owe this entire braided rescue journey that started 2 years ago with the idea that was poured on me like a bucket of water, honey. I owe all of that, all of it to God, okay? And so I can't think like a human being all up in my emotions. I have to understand I'm just a vessel. I'm just doing this. If one kid can look at it and see themselves and be like, okay, girl, let me, I've done what I needed to do. Simply because I know the prayers that I've prayed. And all I'll be trying to do is help God's people. And so I'm working on that mindset, especially as it pertains to this book release party, because as a self-published author, I'm investing in me by doing this, and I'm funding it all, minus my sister paying for the food. But this is my leap of faith, and I'm just trying to share that with y'all. So my camera finna down, I'm finna charge her up, and I'm finna get back to this cover, okay? Y'all, 6 days away, y'all. The kids say chopped. It looks chopped to me, but honestly, that's what I had in mind. Here we go. I dozed off. Dozed off. I'm not trying to rush, but I'm not trying to rush the process. But I'm like, I triple checked my work with the illustration of the cover. I triple checked it. I played with the font. I feel like something's missing, but I don't know. But I'm uploading, or we are working to upload. And if it goes through, it goes through. If I need to change something, I'll look again. Usually, if I do it right now, which is uploading now, so I should know something maybe in about 24 hours or less. It's still uploading. When you submit, they usually tell you in the email like what you need to fix. If you need to fix the size of the page, if you need to add like an extra 0.20 inches or a 0.25, 125 or something like that, It's still uploading. Usually when it uploads, I'm able to see, like I can take a preview. And when I do a preview, it'll show me like what page it'll be on. It'll give me like the flip through abilities. And I think that because I haven't eaten anything, it's still uploading. So, because I'm done on the iPad for now, I should probably, while it's uploading, go warm my food up and eat something. See what it says. And go from there. But I just it's still uploading, so let me go eat something and I'll eat something and go from there. My next step is to submit it for a review. They usually tell me something within it'll say 72 hours for like something. But yeah, I'm optimistic, so good night. I will keep you posted. I'll let the camera charge. Well, I'll let it charge some.